So the first one is dopamine. Dopamine is gain, right? It's pleasure, but it's actually not. So scientists have discovered recently that it's not pleasure, it's the anticipation of pleasure. So this is pretty interesting, and it's really cool when it comes to your copywriting. So if a man were going across a desert and he were dying of thirst, and he saw a pond 50 feet ahead, and he was going to get water, right? His dopamine levels would spike. They would skyrocket immediately. As he got closer and closer and closer to the water, they would reach fever pitch. He reached down and scooped the water up to drink, they would begin to drop before the water ever touches his mouth, right? Absolutely happens. Bottle of wine. First sip, they're jazzed. By the end of the bottle of wine, well, you know, it was okay, right? It happens, right? People, people think that dopamine is released at climax during sex. It's not. It's released just before climax during sex, right? So dopamine's a super powerful tool. So to get to dopamine, again, we go back to gain. We talk about gain. We talk about what they're going to get. We stimulate, really, really, really stimulate what they want, right? It's pure want. In our funnels, we sell gadgets. We sell cool gadgets that people want. We use dopamine to do that. It doesn't have to be great, it just has to look cool. So we found that the photo of what we're selling oftentimes determines more than anything else we do, even the copy, right? If it looks cool, we sell a lot of it. It doesn't look cool, hard to sell. By the way, dopamine is released most commonly too at kissing, right? It only lasts a few seconds. Dopamine only lasts a few seconds, right? But when you first have any sort of mouth-to-mouth intimacy with somebody, when you kiss for the very first time, dopamine goes off the charts. But it goes out of your system within a few seconds. So guess what you want to do? Do it again, right? That's the reason sales funnels work. That's the reason the nature of a sales funnel works, right? You kiss, you want to kiss again. You kiss again, you want to kiss again. You kiss some more. Eventually, you move to another level, right? That's the way sales funnels work. It also applies to shopping. Girls and guys shop a little bit differently, but we're all sort of the same, right? I don't know how many of you guys shop like I do, but this is what I do. I don't buy clothes except for about once a year, right? Okay? I'll drive around to 50 stores and spend 6 hours. I'm gonna try on this, I'm gonna try on that, I'm gonna try on this, I don't like that, I don't like that. Finally, I'll get somewhere where they got the stuff that fits me. I spend $3,000 in 15 minutes, I get the fuck out of the store, right? But I buy, give me that in every color, give me that in every color, give me that in every color, hurry up, I gotta go, right? And then I'll go back for a year, right? But that can be brought on by outside forces. Good story. So a friend of mine, I made a lot of money for, is a golfer. I'm not. But he buys me this Big Bertha driver, this Callaway driver, that was a, $400 driver or something like that. And gives it to me, who I have my golf clubs came from Sam's Club. They were called Billy Clubs. They were awesome. But they were just gathered and dusty anyway, so it didn't matter. So he gives me this driver, he ties a red bow on it, delivers it to me, tells me thanks for all I've done for him, and leans it up in the wall in my office, right? That was at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I left early from work that day at 4 o'clock, went across the street to the golfsmith, and dropped $2,600 on golf equipment to go with my driver. The next day, I got up early in the morning because I was going to play golf, but I realized I didn't have a glove and I didn't have shoes and I did some other stuff, so I go back to the pro shop, the golf course, and I buy more stuff, $700, $800 worth of more stuff, right? I would go play golf. Was I great at golf? I sucked at golf. Never looked at that stuff again. I've not spent a dime on golf equipment since then, like 6 years ago, right? But you can tip people over an edge with a thing, right? That's the thing. That's the secret of a tripwire sale. Once you get them to take action, they tend to stay in motion. And when they're in ether, you got to strike. And the more brain chemicals you can fire during that time, the better you'll be. It's really cool. Once you're in motion, you tend to stay in motion, right? So don't forget that. So serotonin is like that. So when you're shopping, women will do it. in a little different way. My mom, oh, look at these. Hey, honey, look, I found these shoes at the mall today. And I'm just waiting for the rest of the bags because I know they're coming. Because she bought the shoes that nothing went with. So to get the shoes, she had to get the dress and had to get the pants and had to get the belt and had to get the, by that time you had to stop at the salon and have your hair done because it didn't match all that shit. And $2,000 later, shoes, you know. So you bought the one thing on sale and blew the mortgage on everything else you bought that afternoon to go with it. But that's just the way we work, right? That's the way our heads work. So as marketers, we need to learn to take advantage of that when you're crafting your offers. So the second drug is serotonin. Little interesting thing about serotonin, it lasts about 4 or 5 times longer than dopamine.